please let me know what you wish to see on not only the Nintendo Switch presentation coming up on January 12th, but the Nintendo Switch in general. Please let me know. Well, everybody, good luck out there, and see you later. But that's just what I thought about the presentation in general. What did I think of the Nintendo Switch itself? I'm a sucker. Leaky Steve ended up sending me this big Smash Brothers leak, so I gotta check it out. No way! And thankfully, it seems like the Nintendo Switch is rectifying a lot of these problems. Hopefully they ease up on censorship as well. Riddle me this, Nintendo! Why can't I name my character Mr. Ass, but I can look up dead dogs on the Wii U's web browser? I was reported. But hey, at least the Wii U's legacy will live on within the Switch, as the HDMI cables manufactured for the Wii U are still being used with the Switch. Yeah, they're just HDMI cables, but that's almost as resourceful as me! For example, I repurposed all my old jeans as washcloths. Let's be honest here, a console launch is a big step for us all. It's nerve-wracking. I spent $500 on the whole launch lot of Switch junk. I have to make sure I have no life on March 3rd, and I'm starting to think that email Best Buy sent me about my pre-order getting canceled meant something. Thusly, if I have to give the Nintendo Switch a score, I'll give it a solid 4.5 out of 6. And hey, Zelda Breath of the Wild finally came in, so I can finally open this box up and talk about what an amazing game it is on the Nintendo Switch. But don't take my word for it. That's why we're going to be looking at a reporter on the field, Reporty Jim, who is currently reporting on the console war grounds. How's it looking down there, Reporty Jim? I need to stop sending people to cover wars. Well, the download was faster than buying the game physically, and I can totally assure you that I am completely alive inside. The 3DS has lived an incredibly full life, but I'm glad Nintendo decided to kill it off. That means all of their development efforts can go towards the Switch, and that means we get more games for the Switch. So if you have any problems with Breath of the Wild I didn't talk about here, be sure to let me know. And also, if you want to know exactly why I hate Breath of the Wild so much, be sure to email me at my brand new email, scotthatesbreathofthewild@gmail.com, and to also follow my new YouTube channel, Scott Hates Breath of the Wild, where we talk about any and all things about hating Breath of the Wild.
Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. Hey, everybody. My name is Scott Hates Breath of the Wild, and I really hate Breath of the Wild. And you should hate Breath of the Wild too, because this, not a good game. Please subscribe. I make mostly hourly content. Sometimes I get a little busy, so I might miss an hour here or there. But please subscribe. Please.
So, the game library on these things reek. The controllers are usually subpar, and these things appeal to basically a non-existent market. And I think I have scoliosis, but I'm too self-conscious to ask my doctor about it, because every single time I go to the doctor's just like, wow, Scott, you look really healthy, see me in a few months, and I'm like, thanks, doc, but then I'm like, I go home and I'm like, this smells like scoliosis! With that said, on a grading scale of A to F, I give Star Fox 0 a solid non-very good. Oh, that's where the deathy aftertaste came from. I should really work on my thumb placement more. I am going to be unstoppable in this form. And I would really like to see all of my wishes come true for Mario Kart 9. So much so that I went to my nearest church and told the pastor about all my wishes and desires regarding Mario Kart. The church suspended me indefinitely. But I'm done rebuying water. I've already bit the bullet on Water ZEX Plus. I don't need... Oh, I can't resist. I'm such a water fanboy. The GameCube's like Van Gogh. It really started to get recognition after its death, and the PS2 and original Xbox are more so like Pogs. Popular at the time, not as loved these days.
Congratulations! That was the first use of that analogy ever!
And I hope you all look forward to my live reactions to E3 2017 being uploaded right as we speak, as I'm reusing my old live reactions from E3 2014.
What?
Classic me being me, that's me for ya, the lovable shill Scott! Well, I hope you enjoyed our little romp through the realm of bad trailers, and if you could excuse me, I have a job interview to help me crawl out of this whole trailer fixatron debt problem we all have at some point in our lives. Alright, get this. So I got the job, and then they went on about how they have this strict no trailer fixatron policy. Let me tell you, I wasn't going to have any of that. I just started pouting. With vandalism, I have a court hearing on Wednesday. And you know for sure, if any of these consoles are ever announced, I'll be there day and date for their midnight launches. Just as I did with the Nintendo Switch, even though I wasn't there intentionally and I thought it was a Black Lives Matter rally.
What did I do last night?
Hopefully you enjoyed that, and at this point I would like to ask you what your favorite and least favorite Final Smashes are, but those are opinions, and we can have opinions floating around here on the internet. Excuse me. Yellow.
Hey Scott, it's Exposition-y Tom here. Just wanted to see if you knew that people are allowed to have their own different opinions.
Wait, you're trying to tell me I can have an opinion outside of the Final Smashes and Smash Brothers?
You betcha.
Wow! Somebody should make an amendment about that. Alright, so I realize Nintendo Network isn't a part of Nintendo Switch's infrastructure. And it looks like these people aren't having any of it. Well, let me just edit that out. There, now there's the real screenshot. Now they'll believe it's real. So overall, I give E3 2017 a... Excuse me, that must be my doctor. My results must be in. Yellow.
Hey Scott, it's Dr. E. Bill here. Got your test results in, and it seems you've been diagnosed with disappointment.
Oh. I'd probably give 3D World a solid 7.5 out of 10, but I have to wholeheartedly love it because there's no true 3D Mario game on the horizon. Ah, yeah, that's a thing. But, as somebody who enjoys standard video games, I am obligated to say these games would be a lot better with a real man's controller. It's so much better. I can go all day on this. Seriously, people know me as the guy who can come up with Smash Brothers stages. Others are like, no way, and I'm like, Art Academy stage, and they're like, whoa, wait a second, man, and I'm like, Elite Beat Agent stage, and then they're like, good God, man, slow down, and I'm like, the Sanderson's house from Chibi Robo, and they're like, this man is a f***ing animal, he must be stopped! So please tell me who you think would be the next Psych of the bunch, and if you need a refresher, never mind. Before we get out of here, I'm feeling queasy in the most negative way possible. Is that something I said? You see, it's elusive because nobody bought it. Ooh. Huh. Well, before anybody gets angry over that comment, here's my official response. Just kidding! I have to sell the Xbox still. I already have the system and a fair amount of those games, so I have to figure out how I can sell the system for profit. Ah, the Anti-Pussy Club, a club for anti-pussies. $200 to join, meetings are centennial, and you get a free Xbox and games for joining. Especially the wackier runs like blindfolded or no-handed challenges, which is why I decided to go forth with the world's first ever no-touch speedrun of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's a work in progress. But I have to say, I bought Gravity Rush Remastered for a solid $20 on Amazon, and it's definitely worth that price. I wonder if it's still that cheap. Alright, so you know what they say, if you can survive the first 13 years of your life, you can survive just about anything. So let's see if not only could this sucker survive a long retail life, but also, you know, a pummeling. No. How am I gonna play Mandalorian now? Yeah, this game actually reeks. Son of a bitch, I'm so lucky! Well, if Nintendo wasn't interested in giving Amiibo purpose, I sure as hell won't miss an opportunity to kill an afternoon, and I'll do it myself. So, hi everybody, and welcome to How Many Amiibo Can I Fit in My Mouth? Let's pick one at random here. Damn it! Man, what a waterfall of quality. Who knew video games could be so good? And I'm so happy right now. I think I'm going to take my new thesaurus on a test drive and see what the antonym for good is, just for funsies. I have to look at the worst games of all time next. I'm fucked. Wow, oh wow. Who knew video games could be so bad? Hopefully those games didn't affect my sanity too much. Yeah, those games were pretty bad. Yeah, I definitely made a mistake selling the NES Classic. I should probably buy it back. Hopefully I can resell this kidney for a good price. Well, this thing is fucking worthless now. E3 1996 was pretty cool overall, and... Oh, that must be the some guys talking about E3 1996 on October 2017 alerts. Let's be honest, if you're talking about E3 1996 right now, it sounds like you're up to something. Yeah, I don't blame them in the slightest for being wary of me. It's always interesting / incredibly anticlimactic to see just how a console ends, but we still have yet to see what the final game for my favorite console, the GameCube, was. The prophecy. The Nintendo World Championships and all the other events are wicked cool pockets of Nintendo and gaming history, but enough about that. Let's see how my NWC 1990 score compares to that of Thor Ackerland's. Wow, leave it to Nintendo to out me as a giant fucking pussy. The Wii isn't a perfect system, but it shouldn't be chastised for popularizing motion control. Rather, it should be celebrated for its amazing first-party lineup, interesting concepts, and great hidden gems, is what I would say if I was fucking asinine. Do you really think I'd be in support of Virgin McGames console over here? Please, I'm operating on a strict anti-Virgin policy. That watermelon contains one of the most horrific spirits ever conceived. I had to lock it up for good, so I sold it to some jank thrift shop.
Man, why did we buy a rotten watermelon off of that guy? Get that thing out of here.
You can still squeeze a fair amount of fun out of Zelda, but it's bogged down by loads of gameplay elements that just don't hold up nowadays. Mainly how cryptic the game can be with mandatory gameplay sections. The only gaming-related topic that makes even less sense is why my copy of Fling Smash is always soaked whenever I take it off the shelf. I don't know why. Of course, with the game's elements of the great beyond, one may wonder, is any of this possible in the distant crevices of outer space? And that's why I constructed the Mario Galaxy probability formula. It formulates the percent chance of the probability of giant bees in outer space at 0. After you pick up your $25 copy of Sonic Forces, spend time with your family and friends, and then go wild and pick up some slick stuff. Hopefully this Black Friday I'll bring in quite the haul.
I bought fucking soap!
But hey, what do I know? Just to reiterate how unqualified I am to be critiquing or even talking about the Call of Duty franchise, let's take a look at my resume. I am going fucking nowhere. I got in the notebooks I have to localize for Tucson, Arizona. Hopefully there's not much I have to change. Jesus! And with that, that is the end of my advice columnist days, and if you excuse me, I'm gonna try and find another job.
911, what's your emergency?
Yeah, hi, I was wondering if you guys are taking applications? It also came with a little invitation to something. Oh yeah, there is no way that could be misinterpreted.